Tonight, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans.
It is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Texans taking over offensively, and it is, of course, Deshaun Watson who leads them out at quarterback.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. To throw is Watson. This one complete to Devin Funchess.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
This one hauled in by Sample. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
That's complete to Moss out of the backfield.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run the counter. Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The numbers for Mixon last week, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. On third down, Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's his longest run of the... First quarter, and Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
A gain of 6 there on first. Second down, a run with Lindsey. Well, now Lindsey lost the football. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got Jordan complete right side. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They're going with Lindsey. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Oh, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now a draw play with Drake. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Now Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
This is caught, and he is out of bounds here. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. yards, losing yardage to the 5. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's now 3-0 Texans. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon.
69 yards.
And the Bengals on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Evan McPherson for the extra point.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out comes Houston as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll make it 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10.
At the 33-yard line. They begin with a run by Mixon. Dancing away at the 35. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Running left, it's Mixon. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon
with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. There's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now a first down throw, Watson.
And this goes out wide for Drake.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Watson trying to get his guys moving. He dumps it off to Drake. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. To the air yet again, Watson.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Watson on first down.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Again, it's Watson. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological
touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is down to 4. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's got some space here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
183 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Burrow on play action. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Drew Sample in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime.
1
And
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. On the return, Williams. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Again, it's Mixon. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and the finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, it was something like 4 of their last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
A handoff running left, Mixon. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now Burrow on first down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And quickly they get to the line. To throw again on second down. Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
246 yards for him on the ground as this has been a night to remember to this point. Mixon.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. On first down, it's Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Jordan. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he'll find QT on the right side, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Watson finds the open target, Arnold. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Jordan.
7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd down and 3.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
They get this out wide to Gaskin.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Watson looks to throw again. It's complete to Drake. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's Drake. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage. Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
They'll try the left side. Mixon. Mixon with a 1st down and more. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon,
62 yards.
And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. McPherson on for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Jordan. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Watson now to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to go deep for Funchess.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Mixon with a 1st down carry. A giant hole up the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
They'll give it to Mixon, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them, well on their way to another victory, riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Under pressure, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson, and he hits Drake. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot.
Oh, a leap it. He will make the catch. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. From the red zone now, Watson.
That'll be checked down to Drake.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 17, Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Jordan. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will cut this lead down to 25. That time a 6-play drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side. Mixon with a 1st down and more. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That last run, pretty monumental, Charles. He just toppled 15,000 career rushing yards.
And that just leads me to a question, and even before that, a tip of the cap. How about that accomplishment? But just think in your life, what have you done positively 15,000 times, right?
I haven't driven 15,000. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team. I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cincinnati, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Houston, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.